This is the most critical element of the whole of this development, because what we're looking at is providing entirely sustainable space. If you don't build this space anymore, you don't get the occupiers. If you don't build the space, you do not find the institutions wishing to purchase it, and certainly they don't buy it at a decent price. And what are we really looking at there? Obviously, it's looking at the design right from the scratch to provide the low operating costs, providing sustainable drainage schemes such that all of the rainwater is captured on site and is used to water the spaces, and the grey water is reused. Because we're not very good at that in Jersey. It doesn't take too long to look back and remember when the centre of town was flooded. If we can provide those green spaces, both on the roof and in the public spaces, the water is captured within it. It doesn't have any surface water runoff. It's also very economic. Doesn't cost the occupiers through their service charge much money. It's also critical as well to put this green lung, because what we're looking there is sound insulation. It's improved air quality. Now you might say, is that a major issue in Jersey? We've got the wonderful winds coming off the sea. It isn't that critical, but you still try and make it the best place to be. And obviously, it's also sustainable when you put those green roofs, and attractive. So just to finish, and I suppose because we've got to pick up from the fact that it's been organised by the business school here and JP, a few homilies. Look beyond the far horizons. This was actually coined by a chap called Ricky DeMarco, who set up the Edinburgh Festival. And what it really means, of course, is don't be restricted. Always stretch your mind, and don't let received opinions stop you. And that, in many ways, is sometimes the problem with Jersey, because we're not good at looking forward. We're extremely good at looking backwards, and we can be incredibly complacent. You don't develop a scheme like the Esplanade Quarter if you don't have optimism. And we do have to have optimism, because our finance industry is here. It will continue, but we have to provide the space for it to operate in. The second one, it's a classic one. It just really means if you sit still, you get run over. And again, you can't sit still here because the finance industry will not be able to operate. The bottom one is my absolute favourite and always has been. It's an old Arabic phrase. Beware lest your wildest dreams come true. And what it really means is, if you go for it, you can achieve your dreams. Now, the Esplanade Quarter isn't a dream. It will be reality. But for an awful lot of our state's members, I do wonder whether they share that dream. Thank you very much.